Hi. One of the best things I think that everyone should do in their life is to step out of their bubble and to experience other people, experience other cultures, other points of view. I think it's really valuable and really useful, and it's kind of what I've always done in my life. I've always been propelled by sort of a spirit of discovery, of curiosity, of kind of adventure, and it's led me to where I am today. My name is Daniel Garcia. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about myself today, where I come from, where I am currently, and where I hope to be. My upbringing, well, the first thing I'm going to tell you about is my upbringing in New Mexico, and contrary to popular belief, that's actually not another country, it's actually a state in the United States. So, yes, it's a beautiful place. Where I'm from is actually Santa Fe, which is this really nice city right at the edge of a desert, at the foot of a mountain. It's like one of the oldest cities in the country. It's about 500 years old. It's got amazing food, beautiful culture, full of really interesting stuff. When I was growing up, I was given kind of what you might consider a conservative upbringing. Very strong religious values. My mother instilled in me specifically the values that she thought really represented, I guess, the teachings of Jesus Christ, which would be really compassion, charity towards others, fairness, things like that. And those are values that stick with me to this day, and I think they're pretty useful. When I was growing up in New Mexico, I ended up dropping out of high school for one reason or another, and I never thought I'd go to college, but obviously I did. While I was living there, I always felt like it was just such a suffocating place. I always felt like it was full of small minds and really nowhere to grow, and I always felt like it was kind of somewhere where you just sort of end up to go to die, basically. And so when I had the chance to leave, I took it. So next I'm going to talk about some of my travels after that. The first place I went to after that was to California, into the southernmost state of, the southernmost city of that state, which is San Diego, which is right next to the border with Mexico. And it was a really amazing experience to live in actually a real city, to be able to walk down the street and to hear 10 different languages being spoken next to you, to meet all kinds of different people, to experience their culture, and to see how they thought that life should be lived. But I also would open my eyes to the realities of the world. I opened my eyes to the poverty that there is, not just in Mexico, but also on our side of the border as well. And it was definitely a formative experience for me and influenced a lot of my beliefs today. After I spent a few years in the city, I eventually was ready for that to end, and I, by chance, ended up in Ashland, Oregon, which was a completely different environment, very rural, surrounded by a lot of trees. But there again was another chance for me to learn more about different people's cultures, another chance to learn from other people's perspectives and to have even more knowledge spewed into my brain, which was a good thing. And eventually I ended up in Portland, which is where I am today. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about my future. Going to college has increased my interest, or actually allowed me to increase my interest in the Spanish language, which is the language of my parents that I was never really taught. What I hope to do is to go to PSU and to get a degree in language, and to be able to use that to get a job as an interpreter, or even possibly an aid worker in another country that really needs it, like a poor country in Central or South America, not really sure. And what I really want to do is help others, and I hope I'm able to do that. So today I've told you a little bit about myself, where I come from, where I am, and what I want to do with my life, and I hope that it's been informational at the very least. Finally, to close, I'd like to say that it turns out that my mom was right. Everyone is the same. People are all the same. That no matter where people are, or it seems like what culture they're from, we all have the same dreams for ourselves and the same dreams for our children. We all want to live in peace and safety and comfort, and that the values that I learned as a child, to be compassionate towards others, to try to be charitable, I think that I'd like to continue to use those values as I have, and to, if I can, to help make the world a better place. And that's it.